Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 9 of Omnifactory. My name is ZD Sauce, and today we have some good stuff in store. Before we kick off, I do want to apologize for last episode. I was watching it back and noticed there was some pretty bad screen tearing, so whenever I was like flipping the screen back and forth, it was very obnoxious to watch. It's pretty much unwatchable. I'm gonna upload it anyway. But I do feel bad. The cause of that is on episode 7 when I basically switched my display to just capture the entire screen and show that chart of different circuits. I never switched it back to capturing the game instead of just my entire screen display. So something with the frame rates got messed up. I don't really know the exact cause, but basically that error started towards the end of episode 7 and then persisted all the way through 8. But I tested it out, and things should be good now, so that annoying screen tear should go away. But yeah, I feel bad about that. I want to try to have at least a little bit higher production quality than that. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to upload it anyway. I mean, I'm not going to tear everything down. We did make some awesome progress last episode with these 2 multi-block machines, and I don't want to like tear that down and redo it. I don't really think that's worth it. And understandable if you don't want to sit through that episode, but hopefully this one's better. So yeah, for this episode, I have a few different machines to make. We're gonna try to make the cluster mill, chemical reactor, and fluid heater, and that's because we are trying to get to our electronic circuit today. We need a couple different things for that. So to make this, we need resistors and fine copper wire, which we have, and then capacitors and phenolic substrate. Capacitors are easy enough, but we do need this tin alloy foil, and that's why we need the cluster mill. And then, I covered this a little bit last episode, but we need the phenol for the phenolic substrate, and that has to come from the, well, there are a few other ways, but you don't really get much from them. The best way is definitely the pyrolysis oven. But for that, we need steam, so we need a fluid heater for that. So 3 different machines to make before we jump into things. But they shouldn't be too bad. They're basic machines. It's just essentially a lot of wrought iron to make. But yeah, let's jump into it. So 3 machines. We're definitely going to need at least 3 machine holes. So let me grab those right now. And then we're also going to need a bunch of motors and a bunch of circuits. So I think we should have the supplies to get started on that. We're missing some magnetic iron rods, so I figured this is a good opportunity to show you guys some of the new machines that we made. We made the polarizer, but I don't think we've used it yet. But yeah, you see it processes pretty quickly, but it just makes those magnetic iron rods. Oh, we're not centrifuging that. I'm going to make some more normal rods as well. But yeah, that should last us for a while, having 12. I'm also just compressing up some more wrought iron plates. Can never have enough of those. And then yeah, we're just going to make a bunch of motors, and then we're also going to make a bunch of circuits, which I think we should have everything for. We're probably going to need, yeah, let's get some more coated circuit boards. That's not too bad, right? We need some rubber as well. And we can make a bunch of these. Yeah, this should make a decent chunk. Oh yeah. Nice. Throw those in here. And what am I missing? Oh, those wrought iron plates. Well, let me grab some iron rods first, and we can make a big batch of motors. 12, okay. Hopefully that should be enough. And then I will take those plates and make some circuits. Nice, 8 circuits. That actually might be enough for what we're doing. So first thing first, we can make this cluster mill. This should be really easy. It's just motors, motor circuits in a machine hole. So can snag one of those and put it down here. So I got a quest for it. The cluster mill is pretty straightforward. It just takes in, I'm pretty sure it takes plates. Yeah, it takes plates and then it turns them into some foil. Yeah, that's pretty much all it does. It's very straightforward. So for what we're using this for, we need tin alloy plates, and tin alloy ingots are made with just tin and iron. So let me get some of those cooking. Tin and iron in the alloy smelter. Keep on going to my centrifuge. Cool. Got the rest of this wrought iron as well. And looking pretty good. So, okay, we got some tin alloy. So once we have that, we can make some of that foil. Next up is the chemical reactor. Let's see, we need a tin rotor, a couple more circuits, which we have. Motor. Do we have a tin rotor? I think we might have ran out of those. We just need more tin plates. I can definitely do that. Always more tin. But yeah, once we get more tin plates, I think we should have everything we need for this rotor. Because we have plenty of rings and screws. We can probably make 4 more of those. Cool, that should be easy enough. And then anything we need to make for this, we need some 4x copper wire and then some pumps as well. This is a bit of an annoying one. Should have enough copper wire. Okay, we got our copper wire that we need. I'm gonna wire mill the rest of this away. Grab some of these tin plates, and the tin alloy is good. I'll ignore that for now. Cool, we can make a couple more rotors, and then with a rotor, I think we should have everything, right? Let's see if it yells at us at all. Just need a couple pieces of glass to make our chemical reactors, tin cables. Nice. Chemical reactors are huge. They are used all over the place. This is one of many that we're going to be making. We're going to be automating pretty much every type of chemical eventually. I think it even might say that in the quest book. No, not yet, but yeah, my last world I had chemical reactors all over the place because it's easier to just make new chemical reactors than it is to try and like automate different liquids being input and output. It's pretty hard to use applied energistics with liquids for like exact amounts. So just having multiple machines running is generally the way to go. But yeah, this is how we're going to be coating our circuit boards with the phenol that we get, so we can put liquids and items in there. So yeah, that should be pretty straightforward, but definitely going to be needed in the future. And then our last machine is the fluid heater. So we're going to need a couple electric pumps. What do we need for that? We need some more of this medium bronze pipe, which means, do I have enough bronze lying around? I do. Don't need that many tin plates. I'm just going to go ahead and use these tin plates for tin rotors because I don't think we need tin plates for much else besides that. Just to get some extra lying around. Oh, I can grab that copper wire. I'm sure we're going to need that. Cool. And how are we doing? We got plenty of circuits and motors left. We're definitely going to have enough for that. Yeah, we're looking good. We just need to get those 2 bronze pipes, and I think that's everything we're going to need. Yeah, that's easy enough. So we'll grab those and bring it over here and get our bronze pipes. And then we have some more rotors. So if we throw in our circuits here and our cables, what am I missing? We need more screws. So that means we need, oh, we already have tin bolts. Oh, I got a ton of those. I don't know when I did that, but that's nice to have. Oh, wow, that's a lot of tin rods that I just made. No. Okay, I need tin bolts, not tin ingots. Let me throw away these ingots. Put these rods somewhere useful. I might have made a few too many rods, but that's okay. And the lathe should be firing through these screws. Nice. Leave that in there for now. I'll deal with it later. Okay, we got screws. Cool. We got our 2 electric pumps that way. And I think that should be everything we need, right? Just a piece of glass. Was it 2? Maybe it was 2 pieces of glass. And tin cable. That's the motto. Nice. So we got our 3 machines we wanted to make. So all we're going to be using this fluid heater for is basically we're going to throw in water and it's going to turn to steam. I think that happens relatively quickly. Let me see. So this comes from here. Oh yeah, 1.5 seconds. That should be easy. I mean, it barely uses any water as well. To do this though, we also need to make a programmed circuit, and that's easy to make. We just throw in a circuit into our crafting grid. just like that. And then if you right click while holding it, you can set it to whatever program you need. So different materials need different programs. So I put that in there, and then let's throw in a bucket of water. Should be getting some steam. Nice. So I think we're going to need something different than buckets, though, because not everything is going to be in a pretty 1,000 number. So we like as of right now, we're not going to be able to extract all the steam from this. So I think there's a couple different options of what we could do. The Ender IO tanks are pretty good, except they only hold 16 buckets, but they are quite easy to use. Portable tanks are also good, but they're not stackable. I find it's nice to have a few tanks at once. What's the pressurized fluid tank? I'm not sure what the difference is. Maybe it holds more. I don't really want to use up all my dark steel though, so I think I'm just gonna make a regular Ender IO fluid tank for now. I have some iron bars lying around, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, and then we just need a piece of glass. So I'll just make one for now, but we might make more in the future. But this will just make it a bit easier to just move liquids around. So now I should be able to just grab some, and that holds 16 buckets. But it can also hold any amount. So I could hold 1 millibucket in here if I wanted to. So it just makes it a lot easier than using what's the word I'm looking for? Just normal buckets. And if we want to take this and throw it in here, we just do that, and now it has some steam in it. And I think we're almost there actually for making some of the phenol that we need. So I think all we have to do is we need another program circuit. Let me look at the recipe for phenol. So we just need to throw in normal coal. This is something we cannot use charcoal for. And so we're going to basically need a lot of coal. So a stack will go through the 16 buckets of steam I just put in. And then another program circuit with configuration 1, and that should turn into our coal coke and our phenol. Let's give that a shot. Wow, we're a lot closer than I thought we were. This was pretty easy to set up. Did that. So we just need another circuit on program 1. And let's just take a stack of coal. And if we put that into the item input, I think the program circuit needs to go in as well. So I think we should see the light turn green. Hey, it does. And it has enough energy. This should be pretty chock full. Yeah, we got 16 million RF in there. And as this runs, it should produce the coal coke in the regular item output bus, and then the phenol in the fluid output. And we can watch the progress there. Almost there. And we'll probably want to do a decent amount of this stuff, just because we are going to be using a good amount of these phenolic substrates until we get to the next level. I think it's a circuit board. I think the next one is, yeah, this plastic circuit board is the next one, and that we need a polyethylene for that. So that's a good ways off. That's going to be a whole journey once we get there. But hey, we got some phenol. That's so excited. So we should be able to grab that. Oh, that was good timing. So we have 2 buckets of phenol right now. And if we take that and throw it into our chemical reactor, along with some of the coated circuit boards that we made, I think that should turn it into the new level of circuit boards. The phenolic substrate. That's awesome. So basically each set of 16 coal, so each craft of the phenol over here will turn into 10 of these substrates, because it just takes 100 millibuckets per craft. So if we do a stack of coal like I did, that should be 40, right? I think that math might be right. I believe it will be 40 of these substrates. And to make this electronic circuit, you only need 1 per, so I'll turn to 40 circuits. So that's not too bad, really. I'm pretty okay with those numbers. But yeah, let's grab the rest of this. It should be done crafting. And we got a bunch of coal coke as well, which this is just like regular coal, but it burns a lot longer. I don't think it has much use besides that. Yeah, it looks like it burns twice as long. It smelts 16 items instead of 8. We probably won't be using this overclocked generator, at least for now. We can get the dust. It turns into carbon dust. That's not that useful. Yeah, so we might end up just using this coal coke in our furnace just to get some of the smelting done. Yeah. So let's grab the rest of our phenol. And where's our chemical reactor? Make a bunch more. Awesome. So we got 20 of those. That's great. And I'm going to store this in here for now until we find a better thing to do with it. Might as well collect some of our rewards. I think we've been kind of cooking through these. Yep. Produced by making coal for coke in a powerless oven, which is what we just did. And yeah, we can see all these parts kind of going into this second tier 1 circuits. And I'm rushing this because it's just, we can make them so much easier. We can just throw in a bunch of circuit boards, throw in a bunch of molten tin, all the things we need, and it will just be like, hey, here's 20 circuits, instead of having to use all of our hammers and primitive tools. So yeah, next up, let's make this capacitor. We're gonna need a lot of these going forward. So just rubber sheets, fine silver wire, and tin alloy foil. So that foil should be made. We're gonna need some plates, and then we're gonna need to throw those plates in a cluster mill. And then while we're doing that, we're also going to need, what was that, fine silver wire? Yeah, fine silver wire. I got fine tin wire, but no fine silver wire. That's okay. I'll just make some of that. I won't go crazy with it. I love it when that happens. I just take out some materials and I get some quest points. Not quest points, but currency. Cool, so let's take some of our tin alloy plate and try out our new machine, the one we haven't used yet. The cluster mill. Simple enough. Actually, I think I might have a few. Oh yeah, I haven't collected my nickel, and also now I just got silver. Is there anything else I have, but I just haven't bothered collecting yet? I can make zinc easy enough, for sure. There's a few I can make, but I think we are doing fine on the currency situation. I also compressed some of our pennies, so we have over 100 nickels now. Now we have over 100 nickels. Cool. So we can grab some of our tin alloy foil, and let's turn these into fine wires. And then we should have everything we need to make this. We just need some rubber sheets as well. So exciting. Okay, we can make a few for now, and then we'll probably batch craft a good amount of them later. Nice, 16 capacitors. And I think I should have everything ready. Okay, we're actually making some pretty good progress in the early game tab. I am going to want to take some time and actually finish out a good amount of the beginning tab, because there are still some important stuff we've skipped over. But let's collect some of these pennies. And it looks like we should have everything available to us to make this. So yeah, much easier to mass produce than primitive circuits, and they fulfill the same function in nearly all cases. And you should be batch crafting these. They are used a lot. So let's try to make some. So yeah, we can use molten tin, or we can also use soldering alloy. So soldering alloy is pretty nice because we only use half as much. I forget how it's made. We need antimony and tin. So antimony, I actually think there might be a quest that describes how to do this. Oh yeah, right here. So soldering alloy. When making circuits, you'll need either tin or soldering alloy in the assembler. This is just what I explained. It consumes half as much. So tiny piles of antimony can be obtained by centrifuging tetrahedrite dust or stibnite. That seems annoying. I think I might have some stibnite though. Nope, I don't. I think I had found some at some point though. I don't have any like antimony type deal going on, do I? Yeah, stibnite and tetrahedrite dust. And then the tiny piles are also found. Oh, by centrifuging. Okay, I see what they're saying. I feel like the electrolyzing was a better recipe though. If you get some stibnite dust or some... Oh, we need 60, so we can't use tetrahedrite, but we could use stibnite. It just takes a good amount of power. For now, I'm just going to use tin. I think that will just be easier. And then once we're using more and more of it, we can we can try and be better about that. But for now, yeah, tin seems like the way to go. I think a lot of this stuff should be good as well. Let me make a bunch more tin alloy foil. I just want to make a good amount more of these capacitors, and then just make a ton of these circuits. And then I'll be a very happy man. Okay, you can throw that back in there. Tin alloy, I don't think we need more of that for now. We can calculate out how much of this molten tin we're going to need, and then we can throw that in a fluid extractor and get that going. Okay, that's a lot for now. So for this, sweet, 36 capacitors. So to make this, we need 2 capacitors, phenolic substrate, and then a bunch of fine copper wire and resistors. So I think we're a bit low on fine copper wire, and we might be a little bit low on resistors as well. We have a decent amount. Let me craft up some fine copper wire, and I'll be right back. All right, we are back. Look at this inventory. I've been making a bunch of stuff. So I finished up using all the tin alloy wire that we made to make capacitors, and that came out to exactly 2 stacks. So that's nice. And then I basically made a bunch of resistors, and I have some more copper wire finishing up. But basically, I want to turn all of these substrates into circuits, and that's what's nice about batch crafting. So 40 of these, we're going to need 40, 80, 160, 160, and then we're also going to need 40 ingots of tin. So let me get that cooking. That's tin, right? So that's what we're going to use our fluid extractor for. So we get 40 in there. And then yeah, this should basically slowly process that into, it'll be 144 ingots per craft. So I don't know what the math is, but whatever 144 times 40 is what we should end up with, and that should be exactly what we need to make 40 of these electronic circuits. And that should last us for a while. So it'll be nice not having to constantly make more and more circuits, and it's gonna be very nice to have this all done. All right, so we got some of this ready to go. So I guess we don't have all of it yet, but we can at least get this started. So let's grab some of our tin, and then if we go into our assembling machine, we should be able to plop some of our tin in there. And then, so we're going to have 40 of these. How much? What's that? We need 36 more. 40 capacitor, or 80 capacitors, and then we're going to need 160 of both of these. I don't think it needs to be exact, so I'm just going to throw it all in. And then hopefully it should get to work. Hey, awesome. Oh, wait, something's wrong. Oh no, okay, I got scared. I saw the substrate didn't actually get used, so I was worried. But this looks like it should be working well. And yeah, we're making our circuits, so we can complete this quest. It's amazing. The second tier 1 circuits. We are moving past the world of primitive circuits. We will not have to make these anymore. It's great. These are still pretty cheap. But if we want to progress, we do need to get these electronic circuits, and the batch crafting is just so nice. The 4 resistors is a little bit annoying. The 4 resistors per circuit is a bit annoying because resistors, they require the coal dust, and coal is a bit of a precious substance that we have right here, but we have a good amount here, so it's not too bad. And collect our reward for the second tier 1 circuits. You should be batch crafting these. Oh, don't worry, we are. So this will basically send us down the line of a few different things, but I think we're probably gonna take a pause here. Yeah, this one requires aluminum, so this is more entering the MV stage, which I don't know if we're quite ready to go down that path. We could make these easily enough, though, to be honest. Aluminum foil. Yeah, we have the cluster mill, we have the aluminum, we can make plates pretty easily. So we could make these. Just what are these used for? Okay, yeah, we're not quite ready for these. The refined circuits. So this is basically the same tier as what we just made, the electronic circuits. But it's nice. You see, we get 4 circuits per craft on this. It still uses the same amount of tin, only 4 resistors. The main difference is having this plastic circuit board. This is a huge barrier to this third tier 1 circuit. But this is the best tier 1 circuit we can also get. You can see it says this is the third and final tier 1. But plastic circuit board is something we will worry about later, for sure. Definitely at least a few episodes away from that one. How are we doing? So we got some more circuits, and then is our fluid extractor done? It is. So we should be able to grab this and put it in here. And yeah, we should come back to this eventually and see 31 more electronic circuits. That's awesome. So yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to get done for this episode. I think next episode, there are a few loose ends I would like to tie up here. Probably getting MV machine holes up and ready would be a good thing to do. In between episodes, I think something I definitely want to get done is, how do we get aluminum dust? Oh, I want to macerate up a bunch more of this orange terracotta and then electrolyze that to get some aluminum dust, and then I can get that cooking, because when we start making MV machines, we're going to start flying through aluminum, and the 24 ingots we have might last for one machine, maybe two if we're lucky, but that's not going to be enough. I also might want to up my power gen a bit by making this isentropic reservoir. All I really have to do for that is just find another brewing stand, and then I can make this blaze powder. But I'll figure out exactly the route I want to take in between episodes. But for now, I'm gonna end things here with our whole plethora of electronic circuits we have going on. But yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. This was episode 9, right? So the next one is 10. It's another big landmark. I love these trees, man. It's huge. But anyway, yeah, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you on the next one.